I did not oversleep this morning. I'm so glad. I've never done that. My volume was down really low on my alarm apparently, and I just didn't even hear it, which is fine. I didn't let it get me down. In the past, that might have just kind of, I had a whole plan for my day yesterday, and I might have let that mess me up. But I don't do that anymore because I know that it's just one day, and I can just make sure that my alarm is set for the next day and get up and have a great workout. So I gave myself grace, which I'm getting better at, and it's all fine. Grab your wrist. We're going to do biceps, triceps, and shoulders today. I love this workout. It is definitely challenging, but it's such a good burn. These are all really gentle stretches. Push your fingertips back towards me. The biggest thing you want to remember is form. I always want your form to be fantastic. I don't care if you can finish all the reps as long as your form is good. You work your way up, hook one arm around the other, pull it towards you, stretch those shoulders out. Your core has always got to be tight. It's the center of your power, keeps you stable, keeps your form good, keeps you from getting injuries. And that is what we want, no injuries ever. Okay, what else? If you've had any injuries, surgeries, anything like that, I always say check with your doctor before you do this workout or any workout, because the last thing you want to do is re-injure yourself and set yourself back. So the first one we're going to do is YMCA. So you know the dance, you're going to have dumbbells in your hand, YMCA. You do not want to go too heavy. The C is going to kick your butt. It's the hardest one for sure, but your shoulders are going to be on fire. So I have my fives right there if I need them, and we're going to do 10 reps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, feet hip width apart, core tight, shoulders back. YMCA. So see what I mean about the C. Your obliques are going to be like, ah. But this is a great shoulder workout. You'll feel it in your arms. And your abs will definitely feel it. 5 more. This one took time to build up to, so if you need to drop the weights completely, do it. There's never any shame in that. Good job. Good job. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is an up and curl. So you're gonna hold 2 dumbbells by your side. Your palms are facing me. Raise up, curl, down, and back, okay? Again, most important thing that core is tight. You don't want anything moving. You're in no way using momentum to get those arms up. I'm gonna start with my 8s and see what happens. 8s are really good, especially like initially if you're starting off with 3s and 5s. 8s are a really good next step. They're also a great first step for legs. So if you're just starting out, get those 8s and use them for some of your leg exercises. Okay, feet hip width apart, palms facing me, lift up, curl. We're doing 15 of these. Keep that core tight, and remember, we're not going off momentum at all. This is all slow and controlled. Come on. That's it for the 5s. I'm gonna drop down, or sorry, that's it for the 8s. I'm dropping down to my 5s, because we still have, how many? Did we do? I think we have 10 more. You got this, come on. My form is still good, so I want to try to finish these last 5, even though I need a little break. And breaks are fine to take in my workout. In fact, I want you to take them because it means you're working hard. You're burning yourself up. So you need to take a few seconds, let the burn subside. And if your form is good, you can keep going with those weights. But at the same time, you can drop to lower weights or drop completely. You can still squeeze those muscles. So don't get discouraged by having to drop the weights, and instead wear it as a badge of honor that you're working hard. Okay. next one we're gonna do are hedge clippers. So I don't know if your parents ever made you go out in the yard. Mine did, and wield those big clippers, and you had to clip the bushes. And your shoulders used to be burning, and it was miserable. It was the worst job ever. I'm like, can I mow the lawn? No, go clip the hedges. And now I know why they didn't want to do it. So you're gonna have your arms out. You're gonna be holding your weights as if you're holding clippers, and you're gonna clip them together like you're clipping those bushes. So 1, 2, 3. We're doing 15. Do not go too heavy. I'm using my 5s. Feet hip width apart, core tight. Remember, nothing else is moving except your upper body. So remember that feeling of clipping the hedges. And if you've never done it, you're super lucky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It gets no better, clearly. All right, I'm thinking we'll just go back and do those 3 again. Sometimes I like to go all the way through and then start back at the top, but let's just get these 3 done again. YMCA. What are you gonna use? What did you use last time? We're gonna do 8 this time. Okay, feet hip width apart, core tight. I'm doing my 10s, YM. A lot of control over here, squeeze. 6 more. Keep that core tight. If you have to drop down or drop completely, 3 more. Do it. Come on, fight. Do not quit. That's the biggest thing I don't want you to do. You can drop down, you can drop completely. Do not quit. You push yourself as hard as you can. And let me differentiate for you between if I'm telling you to do 10 reps and you can only get 8 in, that does not mean you're quitting and not doing the last 10. I would rather you do 8 ones with good form than 10 with crappy form. So you know when you're taking it easy on yourself and when you're pushing yourself, okay? Up, curl, release, and down. I love this one. We're doing 12 this time. Feet hip width apart. That core is super tight. Those shoulders are back. You're not using any momentum to get those weights up. You are using your shoulders and then your biceps to curl. Your body is not moving. I want to try to get 5 with these weights, and then I'm going to drop down. So I'm using 8s right now. That was my last one that I know I could do with good form. So we have 7 more. 5 more. These kick my butt every time. We have 3 more, come on. How are you doing? If you're blowing through these, then your weights are too light. You can also go up in weight, you know. It's a thing. 1 more. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Get some water. Next, we're going back to the hedge clippers. I'm sticking with 5s on these. We're gonna do 12. Feet hip width apart. Okay, hold on. Game face. And I'm gonna stretch my shoulders out. If you put your thumbs on the front of your hips and you push forward, I don't know what it does. It's a great, I know what it does. It stretches your shoulders, but there's just something about it that I love. Okay, so hold your weights like you're holding the clippers. Clip those hedges. We're doing 12. Squeeze those shoulders, squeeze that core. Halfway there. Remember, you're not going off momentum, you're going off squeezing your shoulders. Oh my gosh. Give yourself some hugs. And we're moving on to the next 3 exercises. Okay, so we're gonna do a tricep triangle. So you're gonna lay down on your ball, you're gonna slide forward, you're gonna hold a single dumbbell, so because it's only one, you want it to be a little bit heavier. You're gonna hold it, you're gonna lower it so your arms make the shape of a triangle and squeeze your triceps to get it back to the top. When you are on this ball, the ball is on the upper part of your back. You are driving up through your heels, you are squeezing those glutes, squeezing your abs to keep you balanced on the ball. I think I'm going to go with a 17.5 because I can always drop down if I need to. Roll out, you're driving up through those heels. The weight is not above your face. You can hold it above your chest or back behind you. Lower it, squeeze those triceps to get it back to the top. The closer you put your knees together, the harder it is to keep yourself stable on the ball, and you might roll off, but it works your abs so intensely. It's awesome. This is 5. We have 10 more. We're doing 15. How does your weight feel? Do you need to drop down? Squeeze those triceps. 7 more. This is slow and controlled. You see my pace that I'm moving at. I'm not rushing through these. My biceps and my abs are on fire. 4 more. These last few reps should always be really challenging, or your weight is not heavy enough. That felt so good because the intensity of the burn in my triceps was just as good as the intensity of the burn in my abs. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is it's a bicep and a tricep move. So what I want you to do is curl up and then punch, okay? So we're gonna curl up, we're gonna punch out to the front, and when you punch out to the front, you squeeze those triceps as hard as you can. I don't care about you going super heavy. I'm gonna start out with my 8s, see how that goes, because I can always drop down. We're gonna do 15. So feet hip width apart, core tight, shoulders back, squeeze those biceps, punch, squeeze those triceps, back in, down. That's 1. So biceps, triceps and shoulders, back in and down. We have 10 more. Squeeze. And when you come back, I want full extension on the bicep curl. 8 more. You are not going off momentum. If you need to drop down and weight, drop. Okay, 6 more. And I'm gonna drop down to my 5-pound weights. Still gonna get some good work in, even though it's a lighter weight. 4 more. Remember, you're not going off momentum. 2 more. Awesome. Good job. I really like that one. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do, you've seen me do them before if you've done my workouts. I don't knows. I don't know. I don't know. And you squeeze those shoulders as hard as you can. Those abs are tight, tight, tight. You can go a little bit heavier with I don't knows than you can with other things. I'm gonna use my 12s and see how it goes. So we're doing 15 of these. I don't know. Keep that core tight. Shrug those shoulders. I don't know. I don't know. We have 8 more. Come on, don't quit. 4, 3, 2, less movement, but so effective. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our tricep triangles. What did you use last time? I used my 17 and a half, and I have to say that worked really well for me. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna use the same weight? Were your last few reps too easy, so maybe you should bump up? And when I say bump up, I'm talking about going from an 8-pound weight to a 10-pound weight, or a 10 to a 12. I'm not talking about going from a 5 to a 15. So when I say you should go up in weight, you know, with weights, they're pretty small increments, unless you're like a crazy bodybuilder, which I'm not, and I'm guessing you're not either. So you'll see I have weights. I have 3s, I have 5s, I have 8s, 10s, 12s, 15s, 17 and a half, and 20s. I got the 17 and a halves because there was too much of a range between 15 and 20. So let me see, somebody's saying hi. Oh, good morning, Diana. So yeah, so when I say go up in weight or go down in weight, we're talking small increments, okay? Roll out, we're gonna do 12. Remember, the weight is not above your face. The closer you put your knees together, the harder this is gonna be. Drive up through those heels, squeeze those glutes and those abs. Lower this down, squeeze your triceps and abs to get it back to the top and over your chest, not over your face. We're doing 12. Oh, come on. This weight feels so good. It's really challenging, but in the best way possible. 7 more. And we're never jerking the weight. It's all slow and controlled. 5 more. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Squeeze. Oh, my triceps are gonna be so sore. Hold on, I gotta wake my one daughter up. Sandra, you gotta get up and okay. The next one that we were doing is our biceps. Okay, so it's the curl with the punch. So you curl, you hit your biceps. You like rotate and punch out, squeezing those triceps and those shoulders back in and down. We're gonna do 12. I think I started with 8s before and then I ended up dropping down. I'm gonna do the same thing, feet hip width apart, core tight. Squeeze up, punch out, squeeze those triceps back in, down. We're doing 12. 10 more, full extension with your arms, okay? On that curl, when you come to the bottom of the curl. Five more. My form is still good, so I want to continue with this weight. So I'm doing better than I did last time. Not better, I'm just sustaining longer with this 8-pound weight. And that is how we measure progress with my workouts. That is how, in really, really small ways that let you see that you're getting stronger. And it's great, I love it. Okay, we're gonna go back to our I don't knows. I did 12s before, I'm gonna start with 15s this time. See how I do, see how it feels. Okay, feet hip width apart, core tight, shoulders back. I don't know, we're doing 12. Come on, 5 more. Slow and controlled motion. 2, 1. So, I probably did the wrong weight last time by doing 12s. since I was just able to do 15, I probably should have started with 15s and I could have dropped down to 12s. Alexandra, let's go. Just sit up and get your feet on the floor, and that'll help you. Okay, your phone's right on the side of your bed. Okay. All right. We are moving on, people. Okay, so we're gonna do an ear up tricep extension. So we're gonna lay on the ground for this one. Okay. And you're gonna have the dumbbells up here. You're gonna lower them down right next to your ears like earmuffs. And you're gonna straighten and squeeze those triceps. Now, when you lower, I want those elbows pointing straight to the ceiling. Watch the position of my arm, of my upper arm. It does not move. The only thing that's moving is the lower part of your arm. So good form is critical. Do not go crazy, crazy heavy. I think I'm gonna use 10s and see how that feels. If they're too light or too heavy, I can always make that adjustment. Okay, they're not over your face, they're on either side of your face. Lower them down. Remember, your upper arm stays. I need to move down a little bit. Okay. Squeeze those triceps. Lower them, you squeeze it. Raising them up, you squeeze them. This weight is really good for me. We're doing 15. 10 more. Lower them slowly, raise them slowly. Your biceps should be on fire. Okay. Next we're going, I'm going to drop down for the remaining 5. So I have my 8-pound weights. Now, oh, come on. Your triceps should be on fire. 3, 2, oh my gosh, 1 more. Oh, holy moly. That was a seriously good burn. All right, move your mat out of the way. There's something so satisfying about working your triceps and your biceps. Shoulders, the only satisfaction from shoulders comes from seeing them become more defined and stronger. And also too, because I used to get headaches all the time. And since I've been doing these workouts and strengthening those shoulder muscles, I barely get headaches anymore. I still get them because I've gotten them since I was a kid, but probably 20% of what I used to get. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is a bicep crossbody. So you're gonna hold dumbbells at your side. You're gonna curl across your body so that the weight needs to be parallel to your body. So you're gonna curl it, curl it. I'm going to go with 8s, okay? So 1 and 1 is 1, we're doing 15. Squeeze, squeeze. Okay, I'm gonna actually start with 10s. I could tell right off the bat that I should go a little bit heavier, at least to start. Squeeze, I want full extension, keep that core tight. Squeeze those biceps as hard as you can. So it'll hit you in a different part of your biceps, and that's why we do it. 10 more, come on, keep that core tight. Squeeze. So yeah, I'm glad I went up. I'm glad I recognized that. So, we have 6 more. Come on, we got this. Do not quit on yourself, please. Drop down and wait if you have to. There's no shame in that. Or drop the weights completely. But finish the reps, if at all possible. And if you can't and you fight as hard as you can and you get to 12, that's awesome. Okay. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is tick-tock, you don't stop. This is a shoulder exercise, so I'm going light for this one. Tick-tock, you don't stop. Feet hip width apart, core tight, shoulders back. Arms out in front of you, tick-tock, tick tock, tick tock. So we do 1, 2, 3, and we're going up to 15. Squeeze as hard as you can. Come on, 5 more, full range of motion. Oh, shoulders are just hard, people. They're just hard. Okay. These two are super sleepy this morning. Time to get up, everybody. Time to get up, everybody. Come on, come on, come on. It's very important that you get up. Alexandra, 6:25. Remember, you have to get to math and study. When you get to school so you can study math. Okay, next one. We're going back up to our ear muff tricep extension. What did you do before? I think I'm going to try 10s and see what happens. I think that's what I used last time. So remember, the upper part of our arm and the position of our elbow does not change. Slow and controlled. We're doing 12. Lower them down next to your ears and back up. I need a little more space. Lower, squeeze. So you're squeezing on the way down and on the way up. 7 more. 5 more. Let's go. If your form is good, keep your weight and fight. The 10 pounds were so good for me for that. So good. Okay, so next we're going to do the bicep cross body. Let's try to finish these out, and then we'll go into abs. I'm going to go with my 10 pounds, okay, for the bicep cross body. So squeeze and down. So there's no momentum. This is all squeezing. We're doing 12. So 1 and 1 is 1. So we have 10 more. Full extension at the bottom, okay? Seven more. 2 more. 1 more. Really good. Really good. Okay, so tick-tock, you don't stop. I'm going with my 5s. We're doing 12, and then we're going to stretch and go into abs. So 1, 2. Squeeze those abs, squeeze those shoulders. 7 more. Awesome. Okay, stretch those triceps, elbow pointing towards the sky. Stretch those fingertips back towards you, really stretch out those biceps. Feels so, 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 so good. Hook one arm around the other, pull it towards you, stretch out your shoulders. Put your thumbs on the front of your hips and push towards me and release. Give yourself some hugs. All right, get your mat out. Let's go to abs. Girls, come on. Okay, so we are good. That is our timer to go on to abs. We're going to keep this simple. We're going to go for 10 minutes. It moves super fast, trust me. I'm setting my timer to keep me honest. And let's go. The first one we're going to do, bicycles. Super easy, super common. I just want to lower this one down a tiny, tiny bit. I don't know why this is so hard. There we go. Okay. Bicycles. So you're on the ground, feet off the ground, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. If you can't get your knee to your elbow, don't worry about it. So 1 and 1 is 1 rep. We are going to do 15. Squeeze and don't hold your breath. Slow and controlled. 10 more. Four more. Come on. I know it burns. Take a break when you need to. 3 to 4 seconds. Let the burn subside and then get back into it. The burn is what you want. The burn shows that it's working. So if it's burning so much you can't go on, just stop. 3 to 4 seconds. The burn will subside. Get back into it. You might only go another 8 to 10 seconds before the burn is too intense and you have to stop again. Happens to me all the time. All the time. So the next one we're going to do is an elbow plank, forearm plank. I love planks. They're a phenomenal total body exercise, but abs, core especially. Get on your forearms. Your elbows are directly underneath you in a 90-degree angle, and you keep those abs super, super tight. And everything else super, super tight too. We're going to hold for a minute. Your feet are together. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Do not quit. Take breaks when you need to. 3 to 4 seconds, get back into it. But finish the minute, no matter what, even if you take 8 breaks. Because you will get there. I get messages from people all the time like, oh my gosh, I just held my plank finally for the full minute. And it's a super proud moment for sure. We got this, come on. Take a break if you need to. There's no shame in that, okay? I promise. 15 more seconds. How you doing? Fight for yourself, okay? 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, the next one we're gonna do, I love working through abs because they move quickly, and when you work them, they respond, which I love. Okay, feet are straight. You squeeze to bring them up. You squeeze to lower. Okay, your abs work on the way up and the way down. Do not hold your breath, and it is gonna burn like crazy, and that's exactly what we want. So we're gonna go up and down 15 times. Your hands are tucked up underneath, feet are off the ground. Squeeze your abs to come up, squeeze to lower. More. Come on. Come on. 4 more. I know the burn is intense. Take a break if you need to. So good. Okay. Next one, we're going to do our twists. So I want you to hold a weight. You don't have to though, and you're going to touch side to side to side to side. Okay? I'm going to go with a 10-pound. So we're going to do 20 in all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Again, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can. Lean back so your abs really have to work. $15 more. 3, 2, 1. Rest for a second. And don't be mad at me, but we're gonna do 20 more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so sorry I'm yawning. It happens sometimes. Lean back. Ten more. I love those because my back always cracks when I do them and it feels really good. Okay, so the next one that we are gonna do, side planks. So this is your position. I like to fold my mat over for a little bit more padding, and you're gonna be in this position, okay? You've got to keep everything tight. You're gonna hold it for 45 seconds, and then we're gonna go to the other side. Ready? Again, what do you need for padding? You can also roll it over twice. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Girls, you have to get up now, come on. Take a break when you need to. Girls. 20 more seconds. I know. You gotta fight through it. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. I know it's brutal. And that's why I say, do not get discouraged if you're taking breaks. Okay, there's nothing to feel bad about. Alexandra, you really have to get up and get moving, okay? It's not funny now. All right. Vivian, get up, please. Someone had this video up of this woman doing planks, and she has like 2 dogs, like I think pugs or something, and they're like wrestling all around her and bumping into her and almost knocking her over. And if you've ever seen me work out with one of my best friends, Linda, who has 2 big silver labs, that's essentially what it's like. So sometimes I have my kids milling around, but at least they don't knock into me. 10 more seconds. Come on, we got this. I know it burns like crazy. You might find you have one side that you can hold a little bit better or longer stretches than the other, and that's totally normal. Okay. Okay, the next one we're going to do are windshield wipers, and I love windshield wipers. So, hands are out to your sides, feet are together. My legs are not totally straight, yours don't have to be either. You go from side to side. Now, the challenge is keeping the small of your back on the mat. I don't want you doing this. That's not what we're doing. We're fighting to keep the small of our back on the ground, and how are we doing that? With our abs, lowering our legs on each side. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna do 16, okay? Squeeze, I want you to go as low as you can. I know it burns. That's why we like it. I swear we like it. 6 more. Oh my gosh, my kids are driving me crazy, and they are not even out of bed yet. 3. Hello. Oh. Wow, okay. How are we doing on time? Oh my gosh, that's it. We're done. I told you it goes by fast. All right. Tomorrow morning, I'm definitely going to be on, but I'm also definitely going to sleep in with my Kidlings. So, it'll probably be around 10:30 tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time. Have an awesome day. Thank you for joining me. As always, I love your feedback, comments, questions. When you guys write to me, tell me how good you're feeling or how sore you are and how good that feels, or your clothes are fitting better, or you have more energy. Like, you literally make my day, okay? Have a wonderful Friday.